welcome to the Online Golf Clinic. I'm Jeff Harrison. I'm my business partner and teaching professional.
I'm Amy Anderson.
Hey, welcome. Today the whole idea of this process is to get you in front of your computer, get us outside, and let's address some issues that you as the golfer are dealing with. And today our question comes from Mahir, who was on LinkedIn Golfer. And his question, Amy, really was dealing with, man, I'm hitting it everywhere. He's saying, if he could hit it a little straighter, sometimes hit it left, sometimes hit it right, didn't know how to hit it straight. If he feels like he could just hit it straighter and maybe play from the fairway instead of the trees, Amy, he feels like he could break 90 for the first time. So what would you recommend to him?
Well, first thing I'd say to Mahir is, Mahir, what does it take to hit a ball straight? And it just takes two things, and it doesn't have to do with keeping your head down or making sure your left arm is straight. Two things and two things only. Do you know the first one? Of course you know.
I think the first one is you want to make sure that you're swinging down the path that you intend the ball to go on.
Exactly.
That impact.
That impact. And if you're swinging down that path and that club face is square, the ball has to go straight. Probably the easiest way to think of it is like tossing a ball. If I'm throwing a ball towards the camera, my arm has to be going down the path at the camera in order for that ball to go straight or to go to the camera. Another thing is my hand has to be looking at the camera in order for that ball to go straight. So absolutely love this drill. This drill is called the 6-ball drill. And all you do is you set 6 balls up, making kind of a path, or I like to say a runway, teach a lot of kids. So we're making a runway to swing down. And put your ball in the center and just start making swings. I'm going to stand over here. Just start making swings down the path. And quickly you start to realize it is my club face the issue or is my path the issue. So if you're swinging down this path and you're not clipping either of the ball or any of the balls on the sides of the runway, you know that your path or your club face is the issue. But if you're swinging down your path and you start clipping some of these balls on the side, you know it's a path issue. So for instance, if your ball tends to go left and it's a path issue, you're probably going to clip either this ball here or this ball here. Anything you want to add to that, Jeff?
I think the biggest thing for all golfers, and especially Mahir, but anybody who's having trouble with direction, is to create something that you can discover, am I getting better, worse, am I staying the same? And it's all in the processes. And we know after probably combined almost 50 years of teaching the game from beginner to a very high level tour player golfers, that if you just go out and you're just practicing randomly and you're expecting the answer to show up in this bucket of balls, I think eventually it's almost like your mind hits this thing of, why can't I hit it straight? And it's almost like you put that into the Google search and you come back with all these answers, Amy. And so each one of these balls represents kind of a trial and error on that search result. And so maybe by the time you're absolutely worn out and you've got the last 5 or 6 balls, or you're on the last hole of your golf round and you actually hit a ball straight and you say, ooh, I got it. Well, you've maybe just worn yourself out and you're tired of trying and you just kind of fall into this. And we're recommending, Amy and I are recommending saying, hey, when you go out and practice, use a specific drill. You're going to get, that way you're practicing the same thing over and over. It's almost like when you're starting to learn how to paint as a child. Start out with color by number, and that color represents that number, and those lines you have to do within. Next thing you know, you're a Monet. So the idea is this is your color by number. So if you set this up, as Amy says, as long as you go down the path, you're not knocking any balls off, then you know you've isolated, hey, it's my club face. And if it's going right and you're a right-hander, face is open. If it's going left, the face is closed. You have to adjust that. Now, Amy, sometimes one person or the people will say, well, how do I adjust the club face? How do I control that?
Well, actually, it's kind of simple here, Jeff. Notice this. As I rotate my hands, the club face moves. So my hands actually control that club face. So if it's tending to get, or if you're opening the club face to the right, you need to feel as if the toe gets there sooner, or that you're squaring up those hands at them.
Perfect. So you have control of manipulating the club face back to square.
Exactly.
Yeah, now the last thing before we sign off, because our goal is not to be out here for a long, long time, mainly because it's pretty hot. We're here at the beautiful course called Marrakesh Country Club in Palm Desert, California. We're blessed to be here. But I'll tell you what, it's a pretty hot July 3rd day. The sun is just barely up, and it feels like it's 90 and about 90% humidity. So apologize for the perspiration. But the idea is your golf swing, if you're doing it correctly, the club face really wants to remain square. And what you've done is you've created some habits to make them not square. So doing what Amy says, using this drill will help you discover, hey, what does square and down the line feel like? And the ball is simply your feedback. So I hope this helps you, and Mahir, we look forward to hearing back from you. Any other last thoughts?
Well, you know, when I read Mahir's question, I want to say one thing to Mahir. One thing is, stop trying to fix your swing on the course. When you're on the golf course, Mahir, if your ball is, you know, if you go to the driving range before play and your ball tends to go right, play that ball. Don't correct it on the course. So keep doing the same swing, because you know what? A consistent shot, oh, I'd play that shot any day. And if it's going right every single time, so I aim more left. Mahir, best wishes.
We look forward to your other comments and questions. Please put them down below the video when you watch this, and we'll address them every Thursday morning. Come rain, or, well, it's in Southern California, it's never going to rain, and it's never going to snow, so we don't have to use the Postman thing, rain, sleet, snow. No, it's always sunshine and heat. We'll be here. My name is Jeff Harrison.
Amy Anderson.
Thanks for joining us for the Online Golf Clinic.